yeah, if you think you're going to do it in your own strength, then you know what? Yeah, you can do it.
COVID, it's been helping people move their businesses from offline or brick and mortar to online.
Systems are more important than skills as an entrepreneur today.
It's totally okay to reinvent yourself.
Yes.
Multiple times, especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. If you're a coach, speaker, or industry expert, you're in the right place for sales and marketing wisdom and insight to grow your coaching business. Now, here's your host, Income Acceleration Mentor, Wendy Y. Bailey.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show. I'm Wendy Y. Bailey. Yes, that's me. And I'm excited to bring to you another awesome guest. I've been saying amazing guest for 2 years. I'm switching it up, and now it's an awesome guest, Dr. Denise Dennis. Dr. Denise and I met, I think we met on Clubhouse, and so. I immediately was drawn to her and set up a time to talk with her and learn what she does. And I'm excited to have you get to know her as well. She is an automation strategist. That means she helps with business strategy and automation. And automation is one of those things that coaches in particular are a little uncomfortable with. So hopefully through our conversation today, you'll have a sense of knowledge, you'll get a little bit of education, and you'll feel confident because you know there's an expert that can help you and support you in creating automation so that it doesn't feel so daunting to you. Welcome to the show, Dr. Denise.
Thank you so much. Pleased to be here. Pleased to be the first awesome guest that you've had.
Yeah, got to change stuff up. So yeah, let's jump into our conversation. You focus on automation. I want to hear how you started really looking at automation. Like, I know the story, but I want you to share it with everyone else and why it became such a pivotal point for you to focus on automation with your coaching clients.
Yeah, so I started out in my business actually doing leadership coaching, and I was doing the leadership coaching while I was working a full-time job as a psychology professor. And as the coaching business grew, I was like, it's hard to balance these two. It's hard to go out and go to all these various networking things and do my job and do I was just overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. And that's where I discovered how powerful webinars could be to market the business. So then that by having the webinars, that then relieved some of my effort, my burden. Mm-hmm. And the more I was doing webinars to market my business, my coaching clients were like, well, how did you put together that webinar? So I would show them how to do the webinar. And I was doing that so often that my business shifted into just doing webinars and webinar support. And then people would be like, well, I did a webinar and there were no sales and nothing happened. And I was like, well, what did you do before and after the webinar? And they're like, what do you mean? So I expanded to helping people throughout the process of marketing the webinar, sending out the follow-up after the webinar, and then that expanded to setting up email campaigns in general, and that expanded to all the other ways that you can automate all these different things in your business so that you can attract people, you can convert them, you can deliver, all using automation. And then that way you can spend your time doing other stuff.
Yeah, I love that, because hopefully people who are watching and listening got that automation is really just systematizing what you do.
Exactly.
It's not anything earth-shattering. It's not anything that has to feel hard. And some people use the word funnel so commonly these days. I like to dispel the fear of a funnel. Mm-hmm. Right, by saying it is just email follow-up, a nurture sequence. Exactly. Following an event that helps you to attract and convert your clients into your business. So I love that you have that simplicity in terms of how you look at it as well. Yeah. How did you start working with coaches specifically, Dr. Denise?
because my background is in coaching, and I actually, as a professor, I taught a course on coaching. I wrote an article that was widely cited on coaching and the impact of coaching. So I know coaches, I know what they go through, I know what their needs are. So it made sense that I would create these services for people who I know so very well. I know what keeps you up at night, because it's what kept me up at night. Yeah. And I have solutions for all those things.
And you're a Keap Certified Specialist.
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Keap is a all-in-one marketing automation platform. It allows you to send out automated emails and texts and create those landing pages where someone can put in their name and email address and get your free thing, your lead magnet. You can use it to process your sales. It also comes with its own phone number, so you get a business line, and it comes with a booking link so you can set up appointments. It does so much, which is fabulous. But for some people, it's like, it's just it's too much, and they get a little bit overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. So as a certified partner, one of the things that I can do is build everything for you, or show you how to build everything, and teach you how to use the product. And specifically for coaches, show you which pieces of Keap are going to be most impactful for you.
Yeah. I used to use Infusionsoft, which is what Keap migrated. It turned into Keap. And one of the things I love about it is, I don't use it today, but it is a very robust platform. And there are things, bells and features that you don't have to use. So I think it's awesome that you actually guide coaches so that they don't feel like they have to deal with all of this robustness, right? They can use the parts that really matter to their business, and they can grow into other pieces as it happens to be necessary in their business. Yes. I think that's awesome. You've been coaching and doing this strategy work for a number of years. How did you actually find your way from being a psychology professor to actually, looking at automation? You gave me an answer earlier, and I got that. I'm kind of wondering, like we were talking before about, corporate America and working in corporate America. Was it easy for you to kind of move from where you were in corporate America and in academia to do what you're doing? Focus on the corporate America piece. Was that easy? Because we have a kindred way of thinking and being about that.
Well, I am, my background has not been in corporate America. It's been in academia. And however, as a coach and as a trainer, I've gone into various corporate settings, and I know that is not for me. So it's the cubicles and the management structure just is not a good fit for me. Yeah. But when I pursued my doctorate, which is in organizational psychology, it is all about people in the workplace. And so I can go into a workplace and kind of see, even though it's not for me, try to help people understand the group dynamics of their workplace and how to make it a better fit for them. But then from there, from organizational psychology and teaching about that, it was, just a small step to, well, how do you help people as a coach, as me as a coach, how do I help people develop their leadership skills? And then most of the leaders I was working with ended up being coaches. And then again, so much of my life has been just a natural progression to the next step.
Yeah, I love that. I like to say I'm officially unemployable, and like you see the experiences and the dynamics in the corporate environment. And for me, I just don't want any part of that anymore.
Right.
As an entrepreneur, you're probably like me, you think of giving up every other day or sometimes every couple of hours. It just depends on the kind of day.
Right.
But, when you're in corporate America, you kind of got to deal with all of that. Right. as an entrepreneur, that feeling of giving up is I kind of blow it out of the water when I remember why I'm here, and I think about the good times I've had, and that's a little bit more challenging in corporate America. I used to say when I worked in corporate America, the politics is everybody else's insecurities playing out in the workplace. That's really what the politics are about. I like you, I don't like you, you're too short, you're too tall, you talk too much, you don't talk enough, I'm jealous of you, you threaten me. All of that is the stuff that makes politics, which is why I'm officially unemployable, because I get it. I'm like the not listening to the okey doke, because I know it's not necessarily the truth coming my way. So I get it. I totally get it. So anything else you want to share about your background, what you do and who you serve that we may have missed, Dr. Denise?
Even though I'm all about marketing automation, I call myself a marketing automation strategist. Really what I'm about is helping coaches get their time back so that they can focus on coaching. That's really at the core of what I do. Is most coaches, they want to be talking to clients. They want to be on a podcast. They want to be doing other things. They don't want to be sitting behind the computer, sending emails or sending out invoices or chasing, this person or that person that owes them money. So you can get your time back, and I help people get their time back by automating all of that. So that's still going on. You have this 24/7 employee who's taking care of all that, and then you can go off and do the things you want to do with your own time.
Yeah, phenomenal. So we'll be right back, and we'll get into our signature segment. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, sound good.
Hey, this is Tanya Smith, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment now so that you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Michelle PW, and you've tuned into Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, and review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode is live.
Hey, I am Lisa Santiago McNeil, and you are tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversations Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Make sure that you like, comment, review, and subscribe so that you're notified when the next episode goes live. See you later.
Okay, welcome back. We are talking with Dr. Denise Dennis. She is a marketing automation strategist. Now, I don't think I said that before, but I think I got it right that time. And, I want to make sure people know that even though you are a Keap Certified Partner, you also support other brands and other products.
Yeah, so I'm passionate about automation. And so I don't necessarily, I'm not trying to force everybody to switch to Keap, even though you should, but I have clients that have Active Campaign and Kartra and MailChimp and Constant Contact and back-end email systems within Wix and all these different things. What's important is understanding what needs to happen. What do you want it to look like in the end? You want to bring people in, you want to invite them to buy something, you want to get their money, you want to deliver on what you promised them. And it's just, how do I do that in this particular system? So I can either show you how to do it or do it for you.
Yeah, awesome. I just wanted to make sure we mentioned that. So let's jump into our profitable wisdom segment.
Great.
The first question I always ask everyone is, who has had the greatest influence on you in your life?
Well, I was thinking about this, and I mentioned to you before we went live that my father recently passed away. And in just reflecting on his life, I realized how great an influence he's had on my life, that even today, I still remember when he was teaching me to drive, how I'd be nervous wanting to go into get on the expressway, and the person behind me was honking. My dad said, "The guy behind you can afford to be brave." I say that all the time now. I say that I apply that to everything. All these people trying to push you to do different things, but you're the one that has to deal with the consequences. And that has stuck with me. And then even as I've helped to kind of sort out his belongings, I'm seeing so many things he did in his career that I did in my career without even realizing we had that similar, that in common. So I would say my dad.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was watching a Netflix special with David Arnold, comedian David Arnold, and he recently passed away.
Yeah.
And one of the things he says is, we always, when we're growing up, say, I'm not going to be like this when I'm a parent, but you always end up being exactly like them. Not just as a parent, but as a person.
Right.
Sometimes I say things and I was like, oh, that was my mom's voice. I didn't think I would ever say that, so I get it. I totally get it. What's the best business advice you've ever received, Dr. Denise?
The best business advice is trust the process, which is so hard, but so important, because we get so focused on, oh, well, I didn't get any sales. I don't have enough followers, and all the outcome issues. But if you just are consistent and trust the process and do what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to get to where you want to get to. But don't focus so much on the outcome. Focus on the how do you get there and being consistent.
Yeah, I love the notion of consistency, because so many people, especially coaches, just aren't doing enough because they're not being consistent enough. Right. It's not that they're not enough. It's not that their program isn't enough. It's they're not being consistent enough. And I tell people all the time, Dr. Denise, that consistency is what it means for you. Right. I saw an internet marketer say that you needed to be posting 3 to 5 times a day. I can't sustain that.
Right.
And I don't teach my clients to try to post 3 to 5 times a day. Consistency looks different for everyone. You've got to make sure it's something you can sustain. You can keep it up, because consistency is what breeds trust. So I love that. I love that.
And even for the people that want to post 3 to 5 times a day, still start by posting once a day. And then when you're doing that consistently, then add a second time a day, so you can see how much you can handle.
Yeah. And that's where automation comes in as well. There are so many tools and apps out there. You don't have to be at the mercy of sitting at your phone or, at your laptop and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I have gone away from my laptop for days at a time because I knew there were certain things already automated. Right. And if I needed to address something, I had apps on my phone to do that. So automation is like, oh my gosh, it is the secret sauce for freedom.
Yes.
It really, really is. So we all have those times when we think of giving up. Sometimes it's every couple of hours, sometimes it's every day. Even as entrepreneurs, we have those thoughts. What has helped you move through those thoughts of giving up to stay the course in your business?
Well, it kind of goes back to what we talked about in the first segment. I know I can't work for anybody else. I know that I will get fired if I work for somebody else. I'm too set in my ways. I'm too used to being the boss. And, I have what I consider to be the right way of doing things. And to imagine being in a setting where now somebody else is in control of my time and my freedom, that it's like, well, let me get on the phone and get some more clients. And it keeps me going.
It's a catalyst for sure.
Yes.
I get it. You remember your why. You remember what you don't want to go back to.
Exactly.
I totally get it. I totally get it. So what's been your largest single sale? What was the amount, the circumstances? And I always ask this question because I want viewers and listeners to hear possibilities that they may not have known of or considered before. That's why I asked the question.
Largest single sale was $16,000 for a series of trainings. And I just forgot the last part of the question.
What were the circumstances?
Okay. So I was conducting some leadership training. So even though I do automation, I still do leadership coaching and training. And so this was an opportunity to train some new managers on the skills that they need, because we all know what get you to management position does not keep you in a management position.
Right.
So I was teaching them those types of skills. And it was what I love about that particular situation is that this was one of those times where I was like, I'm going to give them a number higher than what I normally, it's time to raise my prices. I'm going to throw out this higher number. And the person said yes without blinking. Of course, I was like, well, dang it.
That means it should have gone a little higher than that. Yeah.
But it was good because I feel like every time you're raising your prices and all you need is one person to say yes at that higher price for it to be, proof of concept, proof of your value, and then, raise your prices across the board. Yeah.
The thing that most coaches reluctantly do is increase our fees. I believe in you got to do it incrementally and as often as you dare, because your value is always growing as a coach, because most coaches are lifelong learners. We're always reading, we're always attending, conferences to learn more. We're always enrolled in programs that teach us how to be better. All of that is value. So increasing your fees, I think that's awesome. Yeah. So what do you see as the greatest accomplishment outside of your business?
I would say some of the things that I've done for others. I created an art festival for my city, not the current city, but a previous city, where I was recruiting artists and, just things like setting up the tables to creating the flyers to promoting it. And what I loved so much about this opportunity to give back is that it served the community because they got exposed to all these different types of artists, and it helped the artists. It helped these entrepreneurs get paid for their work. And so it just, I just love that. And I'm glad you asked that question because I had forgotten that I did that. And I was like, I need to see if I can do that.
Yeah.
Start expanding that. Yes.
Yeah, that's not a small thing. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like, pouring yourself into something. That was all volunteerism, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's amazing. It really, really is amazing. So we're going to take another break. And when we come back, I want to hear sort of your parting thought. And I want to hear about the gift you have for our viewers and listeners.
Great.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Allison Lex here with Jenny Wright, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey.
Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, this is Colin C. Thompson, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Laura E. West, a certified lipsologist, and you tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now, and you'll be notified when the next episode goes live.
So welcome back. We've been talking with Dr. Denise Dennis. She is a marketing automation strategist, among other things. She's also a college professor. She's a festival creator. She's done a lot of things. So if there's one thing that you want people to walk away from this conversation, believing, knowing, thinking for themselves, what would that be, Dr. Denise?
I want people to adopt this as their personal mantra. Only do the things that only you can do. And if you keep that in mind, you will see everything else is stuff that you need to either eliminate, automate, or delegate. And you just focus on the things that only you can do. And that's how you're going to get your time back.
Yeah, nice. And I know you have a gift for everyone. You want to describe it, and I'll put the link in the show notes.
Yes, thank you. So my gift for you all is my scalability assessment. And scalability is really helping you figure out, well, what can I automate and delegate so I can go off to Mexico and my business is still functioning? You want to start scaling right from the beginning, you want your business to be built to scale. And so this tool, the scalability assessment, helps you figure out where you are now and what you need to do to grow.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
So we'll be back next time with another awesome guest. Be sure to check out the links for Dr. Denise in the show notes, and we will see you again for another episode in the future. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning into Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. Be sure to join us at the after party at www.profitablecoachingsociety.com. We'll see you next time for more sales and marketing wisdom and insight from Wendy Y. and her amazing guests. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you know when new episodes are posted.